How's it guys, it's Red here with even more unresolved plot points in Chainsaw Man. Essentially a sequel video to this one, so go check it out after this video. Or not, because a bunch of them got answered. Anyways, make sure to hype up this video. Hyping up my videos really does help out in helping me reach this video out and my channel to more people, which helps my channel grow. If you also want to help me out some more, why not subscribe? I just need like 100 of you new viewers to subscribe to reach 2K. So please consider subscribing and hyping up this video since it's, free for you. Let me know what you think in the comments below, and spoiler alert, I'm going to be talking about stuff that happened in the most recent chapters. So yeah, let's just get started. So firstly, rapid fire time. These are the ones that you guys submitted. So first one is, why is the War Devil so freaky? Well, War is always freaky in real life, but to actually answer this question, I think that since she's a devil, she doesn't really know what to do with human desires, so she acts impulsively on those desires. They are the unfiltered and dark desires of Asa. And the reason Yoru, has those is because she shares a brain with Asa. Next one is the Fight Club theory. This one probably should get its own full video. I even touched on it like in this video, but not as much. However, I feel like at this point in the story, it's probably not true. The merger could still probably happen between Asa and Yoru, and maybe the new, Asa Yoru will be called Shyogo. Get it? Shyogo means midday/noon. Asa means morning, and Yoru means night. You get it, right? Anyways, the merger isn't the Fight Club theory, so I doubt that the Fight Club theory will happen now with, Asa's past. The next three are a set. So, one is, what's Kobeni's contract? I don't know. Why hasn't Nobana done anything like Kobeni? I don't know. Who is Kobeni's older brother? I don't know. Anyways, just kidding. For Kobeni, she hasn't appeared and probably shouldn't appear in part 2. Maybe her contract is with the Monkey Devil. Since Samurai Sword compared her to a monkey, maybe it's the potential cat or the luck/bad luck devil. Or it's just a completely different devil and she's just all natty. And then this goes to Nobana, and the reason why he hasn't done anything like Kobeni is that Kobeni is a trained public safety devil hunter. Nobana is just some random ass high school student who was in a devil hunter club, but was definitely not trained like Kobeni. Cause while the Eternity Devil was Kobeni's first mission, I think, she was still trained and probably fought some devils while on patrols or something like that. It's not like public safety throws out untrained people to do devil hunting missions. Finally, Kobeni's older brother. Firstly, it could be that Arai was mistaken, and the older brother was actually just meant to be Nobana, who is younger than Kobeni. And Kobeni didn't correct Arai because she was panicking, so whatever. So her older brother is just a plot device, not meant to be actually important to the story, and just something for Kobeni's backstory. Next up, Fake Saw Man. Well, this one and this one. Like this commenter, I do think that they might be different than the one that we saw most recently, cause why would Fake Saw save Denji if he didn't like Denji? It just doesn't make sense, not to mention that the Fire Devil probably created them. Unless something else created them? Well, at least something else created the one who saved Denji and Asa, since the first Fake Saw was definitely working with death and fire. But the answer is probably that they were made by the Fire Devil. But again, at least one of them could be something or someone else. Which is hard to predict since this Fake Saw Man did the exact opposite of what Death wanted. Unless this was always something that Death wanted, maybe, she lied about her true plans here. And, speaking of death, or I suppose the lack thereof, what do the trees mean? Well, living things just turn into them if they live long enough. We probably could get the answer as to why living things turn into trees when we get the answer as to why Pochita is this strong. Whether Pochita is actually the Chainsaw Devil or something else like the Life or Birth Devil, I think that Pochita most likely has some connection with the trees and as to why people turn into them after living long enough. Who knows? We can't really get the answer when we're barely left with, crumbs of details. Maybe the living things turning into trees is an outcome after life aside from death. And speaking on outcomes after life aside from death, what about the 4 erased outcomes after life aside from death? Well, death was erased too, but what about the 4 outcomes before? Well, I don't know how to say this, but we don't have those 4 in our world, so we can't predict what they are, since, they don't exist. But what if they are spit out by Pochita? Well, maybe it's possible that Pochita spits 1 or all 4 of them out. It's hard to tell since we don't really know what could happen next. Maybe one of them is like Chinese heaven. I mean, would you expect one of the outcomes to be Chinese? And speaking of Chinese, what happened to the 11% of the gun devil that China has? That was a good transition, right? Well, the 11% of the gun devil China has is still there. Well, I assume, since the Russian part was shown to be taken by Yoru. So maybe Yoru will use the other 11% sometime later. Or maybe Russia collected every part except for the US gun devil section, and Russia fused the remaining parts and Yoru made them into her gauntlet. So this leaves a question that I have. Would the US section that was turned into a fiend and possibly contained in a Japanese public safety facility answer Yoru's calls? Cause technically the gun fiend was killed while the other parts are still alive. So maybe it's just there in custody as public safety probably didn't destroy it. Since this is a reminder that devils aren't cursed spirits from JJK or demons from Demon Slayer, as Chainsaw Man devils don't just disappear when killed. So finally, here are the plot points that I thought up of, and I'll probably think of some more after I post this video and, hate myself for missing out on them and forgetting them. This section is a mixture of the ones I did in the previous video, so go watch the video after this one, as I'll talk about them fast. Firstly, what's up with the hybrids and the devil that gave them their names? Well, they might get an answer or even a dedicated video if you want, which I already recorded, but I haven't uploaded it since I'm currently just doing the poll winners. So let me know in the comments below if you want to see that video. And while you're down there, also leave a like and subscribe if you're enjoying this video so far. Also, hype up the video, please. Anyways, next one is, where is the control devil? Well, I think that it's either Nayuta, who became one of the Death Devil's pawns, or it'll just be a new control devil. I just think that we need all the 4 horsemen together at the same place and at the same time. Cause I would be unsatisfied if we didn't get all 4 of them. Finally, where is Power? Or, the followers of Chainsaw Man. I think that I might actually make a video like that sometime soon. Maybe we'll get a hint or a cliffhanger in chapter 222. Or at least after that chapter. But I personally think that they're coming soon with all the friendship and family stuff that Yoru had talked about. And Pochita gets his own friends to help out. But yeah, now on to the actual new ones that I have. What is Death's goal? We've been getting drip fed her goals, but the thing is, she's a liar. I think that something is still up, and I mainly talked about it in these 2 videos, but TLDR, Death is hiding something, and I think that she's been lying about the prophecy, cause I don't think that it changed in the way she said. Though it kinda is happening with Yoru using up literal states and their populations as weapons. But yeah, Death is definitely going to get thrown back up by Pochita, cause he only erased her to stop Yoru from turning her into a weapon. I don't think that Pochita actually wants to erase Death forever. Anyways, speaking of current events, what happened to the Michigan sword? Well, I got some explanations. Yoru just used it up for 1 slash against Pochita and it broke, or it's just a retcon. I think that this one is the most likely option because Fujimoto probably wanted to save Michigan for later, or Oregon was easier to transform into a sword in a meta sense as Michigan is a pretty long word, and Fujimoto maybe didn't want to draw too much. This is pretty much the most likely case, and it might actually be changed in the volume release, as Michigan wasn't a mistranslation, so Fujimoto probably just retconned it and Michigan wasn't used up yet. Though I do think that if Yoro were to use up one more state, it should totally be Minnesota. If you know, you know. Anyways, final segment. This one is pretty crazy as it hasn't even appeared in the series as of writing and recording this, and it was only mentioned once. However, because, you know, I'm only one person, I might have missed out on some other unanswered plot points, so let me know in the comments down below if you want another one of these videos and your own plot points that you want answered in the series. Just make sure to specify for the next video or something like that. Anyways, this final section is about the Devil. Now, if you want a dedicated video for this, go vote on it in my next poll as it's definitely going to be one of the options. So yeah, Fujimoto mentioned this devil when Ferris I, the voice actress for Jolene and Power, asked about the devil existing. And what did Fujimoto say? Go check it out.
パワー役のファイルズ愛さんから、天使の悪魔がいるなら、悪魔の悪魔もいますか？
そうなんですよね。これも考えてて、ただこれは今後出す設定であるんで、
ネタバレになるんでノーコメントで。
じゃあノーコメントで。はい。
はい。ありがとうございます。はい。
Yeah, he didn't really say anything. He just said that he can't disclose any information. So, what is it? Well, I think that it might either be Pochita. I mean, he is already kind of quote-unquote God in the universe. And what better devil could he be than the devil that made devils, potentially, exist, and the one who can take their existence away from the world. Or it could just be a huge monster and the final obstacle for Denji/Chainsaw Man, and they erase devils from existence by consuming the devil. Or just refusing to consume the devil because Denji is friends with and loves some devils. So the devil is definitely something so unresolved that it has only been mentioned outside of the manga and never in the universe of the series. But that's all I have for today. I hope you enjoyed the video and let me know what you think in the comments below. If you want to show me that you enjoyed this video, why not leave a like and subscribe to let me know and support me and my channel. Also, remember to hype up this video for free to let this video grow and reach out to more people. I'd really appreciate it. If you want to support me some more, why not super chat me / give me a dono in the comments below. Or become a channel member, just like Demencia, McJCave18, and their fellow tier 1 member. Thank you guys for becoming members and supporting my channel. I really appreciate it. So, if you want to appear in this section of the video and get a shout out, why not become a channel member? You don't need to do so, but it would really help me out a lot. So join up for $2 to be a tier 1 member and $3 for a tier 2 membership. You get all these cool perks like emotes, so if you're a member, make sure to use them whenever you comment, please. Also, make sure to check out my other videos if you haven't done so already, and follow my Twitter just because. So, yeah, thanks for watching.